All right, so let's jump right in, shall we? We've got a lot to cover today about Social Security, especially with the final March payment coming up on Wednesday, March 26th. And of course, we'll be talking about all the benefits that fall under that, retirement, disability, and survivor benefits. Oh, and we can't forget about those retroactive payments some people might be getting because of the Social Security Fairness Act. Plus, there are some policy changes happening in April and even later this month. So much to unhack, right? If you find all this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. Social Security is such a lifeline for so many people. I mean, beat it out it. Each month, it pumps a ton of money into the hands of retirees all across the country. And these retirement checks go out on a specific schedule, usually based on your birthday or when you first started getting benefits. This week, the big date is Wednesday, March 26th, and the state is mainly for those of you born between the 21st and 31st of the month. And it's worth noting, if you started claiming benefits before May 1997, or if you also did supplemental security income or SSI, this date might not apply to you. Those payments typically go out earlier in the month. Okay, so let's talk about how much you can actually get from Social Security. It really depends on a couple of things, like when you decide to start claiming and how much you earn throughout your working life. To give you a sense of the numbers, if you retire at your full retirement age in 2025, the maximum you could get is $4,018 a month. But if you decide to retire early at 62, the max would be $2,831. On the other hand, if you hold off until 70, you could see that maximum benefit climb to $5,108 a month. But keep in mind, these are just the maximums, and the actual amount you get is tied directly to your lifetime earnings and how much you paid in Social Security taxes. For some perspective, the average retirement payment back in January 2025 was about $1,976. So for those of you eagerly waiting, the final March Social Security payment is on its way before the month wraps up. This payment is specifically for those who qualify. Now, retirement payments usually go out on 4 different Wednesdays each month, and those retirees will receive one payment during that time frame. This payment at the end of March is for, let's call it, the later in the month group. This includes the individuals who might be 62 years old, assuming they need specific conditions. Those conditions are pretty straightforward. Your birthday has to be between the 21st and 31st of any month, and you had to have started getting your Social Security benefits after May 1997. So if both of those apply to you and you've got direct deposit set up, you should see your payment on March 26th. Otherwise, it might take a few extra days for those funds to land in your account. Now, let's dive into those potential maximum Social Security payments for this March rollout. As we mentioned earlier, those who earned the most throughout their careers and waited until 70 to start collecting could receive a maximum of $5,108. And don't forget that the cost of living adjustment, the CLLA for 2025, that's 2.5%, and it kicked in back in January. This adjustment bumps up its monthly benefits to keep pace with inflation. Thanks to the CLA, the average retirement benefit is now around $2,025 a month, and the average SSDI benefit sits at roughly $2,660. So that March 26th payment will include this 2.5% CLA for those who are eligible. Now, there's been some big news lately regarding the Social Security Fairness Act. This act was signed into law in January 2025, and it did away with the windfall elimination provision, also known as WEP, and the government pension offset, or GPO. Basically, these provisions could reduce your Social Security benefits if you also have a pension from a job where you didn't pay Social Security taxes. So this repeal is a game changer for over 3.2 million beneficiaries who have these non-covered pensions. The SS started sending out retroactive payments related to this change in February 2025. Most of these payments should be completed by the end of March. The average retroactive payment comes in at about $6,710, and it covers benefits that were withheld starting back in December 2023. If you're eligible for this but haven't received it yet, it might come with your March 26th payment or as a separate payment before the month ends. Moving forward, starting with your April payment for March, affected beneficiaries will see higher monthly benefits. But that March 26th payment will only include your regular pre-adjustment benefit plus the 2025 CLA. Now, looking ahead to April 2025, there's a slightly different schedule for benefit payments. For those getting supplemental security income, that payment will go out on April 1st. But if you're getting retirement benefits and started before May 1997, or if you're getting both retirement benefits and SSI, your payment is slated for April 3rd. Now, for beneficiaries whose birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of any month, the payment date is April 9th. If your birthday is between the 11th and the 20th, expect your payment on April 16th. And finally, those born between the 21st and the 31st of any month, your April payment will land on April 23rd. So aside from these payment schedules, there are some key policy changes coming up that you need to be aware of. Starting March 31st, you won't be able to verify your identity with the SSA over the phone anymore. It's a move to help prevent fraud and protect your payments. Also, starting March 27th, the SSA is going back to withholding 100% Social Security payments to recover overpayments. Before, they could only withhold a maximum of 10% of your monthly benefits for overpayment recovery. Okay, so to wrap things up and make sure we're all on the same page, that final March 2025 Social Security payment is going out on Wednesday, March 26th. It's for those born between the 21st and 31st of any month who started receiving benefits after May 1997. Now, the average retirement benefit after factoring in the 2.5% CLA for 2025 is roughly $2,025. The highest possible retirement benefit is $4,018 at your full retirement age, $2,831 if you retire at 62, and $5,108 if you wait until 70. For those of you eligible for a retroactive payment because of the WBP and GPO repeal thanks to the Social Security Fantaside, you can expect an average one-time payment of $6,710. And most of these payments should be processed by late March. Don't forget that April payment schedule depends on which beneficiary group you're in and your birthday. And last but not least, those policy changes, no more phone-based IGMI verification with the SSA starting March 30. And they're going back to withholding 100% for overpayment recovery beginning March 27. That's all from us today. Thanks for tuning in and staying informed. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on Social Security and other essential financial topics. We'll see you next time.